awake. We're here working on a new project. It's written in Swift, or will be, and I'm calling it Deckt. The idea is we're going to have a bunch of cards. Let's see. So you've written some file cards. These might be a little business cards, but same general shape. And you've arranged them in some way on the ground or on a table or something. And I'd like to be able to take a picture with my phone or iPod or iPad and have it load those cards in and treat each little rectangle as a card. And if it can make sense of my handwriting, such as it is, it would be nice if it could, provide a guess at the words on the card. And if I were to take the cards and shuffle them on the table and take a new picture, I'd like it to readjust the cards that I already had. So some of them may be new, some of them may be missing, but somehow I'd like to be able to kind of reflect my table with my virtual one. And then on the virtual side, I'd like to be able to attach, real words. Maybe, I don't know, it could be estimates if you do that sort of thing. Some sort of notes to yourself or whatever, but different things you might want to attach to a card. And see how it goes. So the way I'm thinking this will work is, I don't know, I called it Magic AI Dust, but there's some vision detection stuff built into the iOS package. So we'll try and take use of that. There's an article out there on using ML kit, the machine learning kit. And I don't know if we'll need to do that far, but mostly for today, I guess my first step, I want to get this new project going. Okay, just bare mechanics of it, and then I want to try and figure out this technique they're doing here and see if we can at least take a picture, some sort of image file, and run this analysis on it and hopefully detect 4, 7, 10, 11 cards. All right. And include their little pictures, and hopefully if they seem a little skewed because it came at an angle, square them up and all that. It would be great. Okay. To see that. I don't know if that's a 1-day project or not. A day being 2 hours an hour in our case. Okay. I have some examples. These are, samples, screenshots of some stories I've been doing in my Twitch sessions over the last couple of years. This one, the cards are all separated, and that's good. Notice the background has some lines in it, and that could be confusing to the thing. I don't know what'll happen there. It looks like that yacht card is bigger. I don't know if that's really the case or not. But this seems like in the range that if I took a picture like this, I ought to be able to recognize those rectangles and try and catch the cards. All right, here's another one. This is it's a sort of board that classrooms, like elementary school classrooms, sometimes use. It's got, I don't know if you can almost make them out. There's like clear plastic strips that go across the bottom of each row. And you have cards, and it might be an English class, and the teacher puts up a couple phrases, and you're supposed to fill in the last word of the line to make it rhyme or something. Say, okay. In our case, I just use it for a card rack. It holds, I don't think this is the whole thing. I think it holds about 8 or 10 cards across, and it's got 10 rows. Maybe not as many cards across as I'm hoping, but it holds something, and I've use that for some moderately sized projects to track cards on. It's a little less clear because you can definitely see the change in color halfway down the card from the plastic strip. But we'll see what happens. And then you get stuff that's like, don't want to say impossible, but not as easy. Okay. Notice the cards overlap in this one a lot. And, even the bottom row, you can see the first 3 just sort of overlap by an inch or so. And then the back row, they're all turned sideways. Some of the words are hidden. There's some overlap. It looks like one giant rectangle in the back. I don't know what the the algorithm they use, if it can detect this, or if it needs them all a little bit isolated from each other. I think for my application, that's not a problem if it requires isolation, but it's nice if it doesn't. Okay. Let's see. And then I put together a logo. So I like to start putting the logo in the project. It's partly psychological, I guess, but what I've done so far is I created a new Xcode project. It's just sort of out of the box. I think I might have it running. Yeah. Hello world. Okay. Let's put this on the next screen over. Okay. So it runs hello world. It's got a bunch of empty tests, just sort of out of the box, the way it generates them. And assets. Okay. So I think to get an icon, I can drop these in here. All right. So I took that picture. I went to this icon maker site. Let me see if I can find. I had a folder where I pulled them back. Here we go. Okay. appiconmaker.co. All right. And I think all I have to do is drag the corresponding picture to the corresponding slot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 76 by 76. Oh, 152. Oh, interesting. It sorts them in actual numeric order, so it is not a simple alphabetic sort. 167. And you have so many pictures because every iPad, every iPhone, I don't know, not every one, but there's lots of them floating around with different resolutions and so on, and so they require different picture sizes. Now I just did a simple picture in PowerPoint and then pasted it in a drawing tool to let me size it properly, and I didn't make it distinct. You can absolutely make different icons for different sizes. If I had words on here, I would definitely need to use a bigger font if I wanted the words to show up on these small icons. And maybe some of them are so small, it's not even conceivable that you could see the words. 20 pixels is not a lot to work with. You can see even with a relatively simple picture like this, it's not so great looking. And, well, I'm sure I could have a real artist do better pictures that looked better at small sizes, stuff like that. But it's just me. And I think if I drag these in, we'll see how it goes. Do I have more? Okay. Let's go over here. If I hit home, you can see it's got this sort of generic icon. Let's run it again. Oops, not simulator, but this one. Okay, but yay. Oh, it had it and it lost it. Interesting. Huh. Maybe I have to do something else. All right, I'll do my usual. I haven't been in Swift for a little while again now, so everything just sort of sieves its way out. Let's see. Xcode show her set app icon. Yes. Change iOS act. Use method 2. Well, let's find method 2. Create a thing. There's assets catalog. Yes. Yes. Click the icon set. Yes. Yes. On target. Choose your app icon source. Okay, we haven't done that. App icon source. Well, I think we called this app icon, right? Did I just not save it? App icon source. Include all app icon assets. I don't know if I need that. Start the simulator. Press the bottom of the main screen. Throw it to the top. Okay, I'm feeling like I did this. But let's run again. I can restart it if I need to. Maybe that's all it takes. All right, let's try restarting the simulator. Okay, I won't put any more deep time in this. All right, let's see. Anything else looking funny? I'm not going to worry about orientation and all that yet. Okay. Let's make sure. Oh, I keep getting simulator. All right, let's add icons. Main commit and push. That sounds right. Okay, no more M. Okay, apparently restarting it did it. Alrighty. So source control works, and I have an icon. So it's a real project now. All right, let's go find that link. And we'll look at this. And the other day, I guess Friday, I just did a spike session and found a couple links for relevant things. It looked much better the other day. Oh, what's your problem? There we go. Okay, locate, demarcate rectangle. So yeah, they take a picture like this, and oh, that's not quite what I'm after. I would really like to get the white part accepted as a rectangle. I guess I shouldn't mind. Okay, what's going on? I've been having issues with Safari lately. We'll try the same thing here. It's funny. My eye thought that it was grabbing the rectangles, which would have been exactly what we want. But there may be a way to do it. We'll see. Okay, vision handles. Oh, you're going to watch me read. Ugh. Okay, we can use an NSURL. That's probably good enough for now. I'm kind of in a spike phase, is what I would say. I want to find out, can I use the vision stuff to get it? All right. So one thing I'm thinking is we'll just make a sample folder in here. And I guess I'll put it in here. And call it sample. And we're going to take these images. Yacht. This is it's a system I was considering making to manage conference schedules or something like that. So we'll call it scheduler. This one is reorders. I think this is our sort tables. Yeah. All right. And I don't think I have a good way to. Can I? I don't know what happens if I do this. Let's paste. No. Okay. There was an export. Export to images. They probably are JPEGs. I'm trying to guess what will come from my phone or, iPad pictures. Next, we're going to put those. Okay, let's see what happens. I guess I need. DKT, okay. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, is it each page? Nope, that's not what I want. Okay. We'll do it the other way. Export that to JPEG. This can be yacht. JPEG on my desktop, sure. We'll be moving in a moment. Okay. Next. Okay, let's find Finder. Let's see, it was yacht. Sort tables and skid. Okay. And if we go here, copy items, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just giving myself some files to work with and commit that. Okay, VN image request handler. Analyzing image similarity, that's a useful one for me. Oh, detect rectangles. Okay, so maybe I can get them. All right, I was hoping for like a little sample program, but I got pieces of a sample program. Okay, so okay, we'll just put this in. Oh, let's see. Content view is going to have our hello world thing. Button. I don't remember how to do these even. Oh my goodness. What I remember is the text is not where I think it. Okay, you can have text and then action. Okay, so go. And then the action is do something. Let's print gone. Okay, that was. Yes, I have to start back at the beginning. And just. Yep. Okay, we're connected. All right. So the request thing. Create an image handler. Okay. CG image. Okay, so there's obviously other things we can do. Well, that probably needs an import. Whoops. How odd. Do you think they would tell me the package? Is it that? Do we have a... Oh, thank you. Well, let's try Vision and see what happens. Okay. There must be a URL one, right? They said they'd have one. Image URL. don't know if I can just say okay. NSURL example file. Click the wrong one. Accessing local file with NSURL. Data.txt. And the resources. Let's get a Swift version. SURL Swift example file. Well, it's 2 extra slashes for one thing. Okay, let's try Swift URL. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay, so we got URL. I think I'll hide this guy for a bit. Orientation and options. I don't know why it's so cantankerous here. Okay, orientation. I pretty much have no idea, but we'll take this. Let's just assume it's up. And at least with visual stuff, it's usually pretty obvious when you're wrong. Okay, what's the format thing? No. Oh, that's instruments. No, that's not what I want. Is it Command Tab? No. Obviously. Shoot, I know there's something that will do that. Okay, what's my problem? Initial footage was never used. Okay, yes. I'm still working on it. Okay, I create a request. Request Deckt rectangle request. Okay, so a detection request. We'll just start with this one. Okay. Send the requests. Perform. Returns a boolean indicating whether it succeeded or failed. Results. The method perform returns a boolean. I wish I knew where the results property was. Just sitting there. Even when Vision calls its completion handlers, always dispatch UI calls like the drawing main thread. Yes, that's sort of normal for them. Cannot find requests in scope. So I gotta have a method here. I don't know where requests are. If you detect rectangles request equals. Okay, well, this feels like about 2/3 of an example. Maybe we can find a better example. I think if we can get one working, we can move forward from there. Okay, so let's see. Vision framework. What's our method? VN request. Excuse me. Okay. Alrighty. And use the word example. Yeah, this is more like what I want. Okay. Oh, I guess that's even easier than what I've been doing. All right. We got a source image and a result image. We take the request. I guess we're running through the observations. All right, let's pull it in and try it. We can see the whole. It's all top level. Well, let's put it up here. I'll comment all this stuff out. Put it under maybe useful. Okay. Source image. Result image. I think it can just find it wherever I am. Okay, let's look for yacht. All right, result image. Get a face landmark request. Self.draw on image is not provided. And there's something about the source image it doesn't like. Well, let's take that and see what it does. Okay. Draw on image. I'm just gonna make it print stuff. I guess I want to see the bounding rect. And the landmark regions. Okay, let's run it and see what happens. Oops, there was a complaint. Result image was never used. Okay. Okay, so here, VN image is this request handler with the image we asked for, and then you give a list of requests to the perform, and it does them. And I guess, I don't know, it seemed like it's not following that suggestion about the thread to run on. What's going on here? Build failed. I lost something somewhere, huh? All right, where's that stupid form at? You format. No. Structure reindent. Control I. This is annoying. Okay, you should go down to the end of the button. Yes. This one should end there. Well, I don't know where this belongs. I'm gonna fail. Okay. Oh, our image stuff. Okay. We usually take a break about now, so let's take a 3-minute break or so. I'm not quite sure what's up here. All right, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe this image is not being located the way I hoped. Okay, but anyway, see you in about 3 minutes. Hey, welcome back. All right, so we want to verify that we've got this image and it's loaded. It appears, I mean, like there's a bunch of zeros in here, so that's not a good look. And I don't know, I've been bumping keystrokes that are just messing things up, which is no big help. Let's see, go back. Force unwrapped a nil. Okay, and then the other thing I can do, reformat. Okay. Let's see. So I did a quick search while we were breaking. It looks like there's a way to put an image on the page, which seems promising. The renowned Kingfisher Library. Never heard of it, sorry. Let's see. We'll just borrow this. And here. Okay, so we got text. Let's put an image. Async image. Again, I will try to be specific. Sample slash yacht.jpg. Okay, so hopefully that loads this file, and then we can try and get things more similar. And I don't know if the simulator viewer is quite up to it. Okay, here it's trying to load. It's probably failing to load. Yeah, the requested URL is not found file. I don't think the directories are real. That's probably part of the problem. Let's try this. Nope, still messed up. Requested URL not found. No, I want URL. File URL with path. Oh, well, that's much more work than I want to do. Okay. What are my other choices here? File URL with path is directory. File URL with path. Okay, that seems better. Okay, what's the matter? No, oops. Oh, I don't need the file colon on it. That's already putting it in. Now I can fail for some totally different reason. The URL was not on this server. File colon yacht.jpg. Let's try putting in the path. I don't think those are real though. I think they're just kind of visually there to help you make sense of it, but they don't exist as real folders. Okay, let's do some reading while we're well, that's kind of what I wanted. Image system name. That's not it. UI image named. No, that's pulling in the San Francisco little icons, I think. It's a good answer to some question. It's just not the question I have. Image, quote your image. UI image named your image. Okay, that's possible. Comment this out for a moment. UI image named yacht.jpg. Let me double check that name. I'd feel pretty foolish if it's not really the right name. Okay, no, it looks all right. Image, UI image named yacht.jpg. Okay. All right. Now let's try async. Async image probably has a UI image version. No. that seems like the right one. Path for resource. Okay. Input is yacht, extension JPEG. Okay. CG image. Looking for a URL. Maybe this is better. Create an image from the specified asset. That's what I did. Oh, we have URL there. Okay. Hopefully that is the same as that. Image URL. Excuse me. Okay, so I've got the image URL. I'm looking it up here. I'm framing it to a reasonable size. I'm trying to do all that stuff that probably isn't anything. Let's see if we get our... We should get this same image, but in a little more boxed. Okay. It's a little small, but we can work with it. Okay. I would say the height could be like 350 and the width 350. Okay. So we don't need this one. We've got an image based on the image URL. Okay. Now, how do we get the UI image for that same image? Oh, well, shoot, you got to spell it right for one thing. All right, so we expect, well, that's a little awkward. I think, is it 2 to 1? It's awkward. We have to do this. Can I just say the width? Okay, and we'll run. I guess I should have lived with the image. I don't care about that. Okay, I got it backwards. Go, and it returned quick. Gone. But it didn't print anything. Okay, let's make that height. Okay. We don't know if we found our image or not. Let's see. Swift UI, show UI image. Yes, that's the right question. Well, that's what this was. Okay. Oh, we got a URL here. Let's use that. Oh, no. That's the answer to... Yes, image is not a UI image. That's not really answering my question. It is simple to display an image that is in your assets. Well, do we do that before? Circling around it, I guess. Image, UI image named yacht.jpg. We'll take this one out for a moment. Okay, and we can do this stuff on the end. Well, so much for that. Okay, the image is there. That's the big thing. All right, so if I do that down here, I'm presumably getting the same image. Okay, so let's pull this all the way up. Is that all right? Okay, and then I don't know, dot frame. Thinking backwards again, I'm not sure it's going to matter. I don't think doesn't seem to be trimming anything, but okay. But at any rate, I trust that my image is right because it's the source here. Okay, so I'm going to skip the async image here. All right, result image equals source image. Yep. Detect face request. Well, I don't have any faces in there. Let's all right, maybe we got to go back to the original example. VN detect rectangle request. Okay, let's try substituting it. VN detect rectangle request. Okay, that seems just as happy. These are probably not the right things. VN rectangle observations. Okay. And results, observation dot. Let's see what else he knows. Well, he's got those points, those coordinates. That would be interesting enough. I don't think I know what an open var is. Bounding box. That's probably good. Well, I think those corners are probably... I'm thinking if the rectangle's at a bit of an angle, the bounding box might be the square to the axes, but the coordinates might be the actual coordinates. Let's print what we got. Okay, if contour, we don't think that's going to happen. Bounding rect equals bounding boxed. I guess that's true enough. Print. Well, no, these landmarks aren't anything either. Observation in results. Okay, that part makes sense. Okay, so I'm getting the bounding box of each one. Let's just print the bounding box. Bounding rect is this. Have we... I don't know. Have I moved beyond what I've got from this guy? Detect rectangles request. Yes. We get a bunch of rectangle observations. We walk through the observations. This stuff doesn't matter because faces are more complicated, admittedly. Okay. We print them. Oops. Oh, well, they were drawing the bounding rect, so maybe we're okay. All right. We don't need this. Okay, so send in a request. We're going to send in a request for rectangles. When we get it back, we're going to, if it comes back as an array of rectangle observations, which we fully expect, then we're going to walk through them all, print their bounding boxes, and call it a day. VN image, request handler, CG image, source image, CG image, options. Try VN.perform. So it'll perform this image, will perform detect face request. I guess that's the variable. That's the request we're sending in. It's got its own little handler here. Okay. Let's see what this does. I guess we expect a horribly sized image. Call scale to fit. That seems like a good thing to call. Let's play with that while we're trying to work our way through the rest. Wait. Are we not running? We've been getting this message. Point Q. I don't know what that's. Build failed. Oh, I'm just not good at cleaning out these braces, right? Okay, let's get very clean and then we'll be able to see it. I'm going to take out this stuff. We've got the link to that code. Image URL, I guess we don't need. This 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is that an extra? I think it might be. I'm not sure. Well, those two are clearly right, so maybe this one is missing an extra one somehow. Okay. Closure captures face test request before it is declared. What does that mean? That's probably why they did that lazy stuff in the other one, right? Okay, I'll go back to the example. That's all that. Maybe I'm not balanced right. Ugh. There's that. Button view and body. Detect face request. I don't know what the closure is. Okay, let's see this example again. No. Well, they did lazy var with parens at the end, which I think will. Am I transforming that to a better? Cannot call value of non-function type. Missing arguments for 1 and 2. I don't think I should need to do this. Maybe my declaration was just goofy. Let detect face request of that equal this without this stuff. Okay, let's see this thing. Where's his initializer? Is that a completion handler? This should be okay then. This is my completion handler taking 2 things. Is that not the right? Okay, so VN request, which is the parent of all this, has an init with completion handler that is a VN request completion handler, default nil, but we're going to use it on the outside of the braces, so it's optional. It's there. Whoop. Hey, nice to see. Oh, you can override the access here. Thank you. I missed my comments. We're doing Swift, so I'm trying to make read in an image and extract out some rectangles with the vision package that's there. And thanks Oskidan for the OpenVAR stuff. Good to know. Okay, so I think I'm basically using this constructor, but because the first argument is implicitly this error handler thing. Now, why? Let me make sure that type matches. So VN request handler request error goes to void. This goes to void, yes, but it's detected. Well, it's trying to think what you'd say it's more similar to. I mean, it's along the lines of Java, C# and stuff, language-wise. It's got this Swift UI package where we kind of do these text specifications of the contents. And then a lot of stuff around kind of functional sort of thing. So this thing is trying to define a function for this constructor. And I'm just not... Let me see if I search this. Capture declared here, captured here. Okay, let's see what that is. Captured here. I don't see why it's declared. Closure captures it before it is declared. I mean, it seems to me like it's declared right here. Can I declare it outside? I'm going to try and declare it up at the top here. A little bit of a awkward construction. That. Need one more. Oh, that's my brace problem then. I'm putting the brace in the wrong place. Okay. 1, 2. This should be 3. One of these should go away. Okay. Yep. Stupid. Trying to learn Git. Yeah, I don't know. I get by on it only by using the internet. I can do the basic stuff, and I want to use such a simple style I don't have to worry about most of it all the time, but I had to mess around today to get this thing plugged in and set up. All right, let's run this thing. Okay, still starting up. All right. This was to prove the image would load and find it, and it does. The formatting is driving me crazy, but okay, it did something. Oh, hey, look at that. So it found an image. I think this is probably... Oh, well, that's not good. Metal API. App open failed for data file. Well, that's kind of weird. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to try chopping out some stuff and see if we get any better off here. All right, so image source image with the frame finds it. Okay, and then down here, source image, get its CGI image, CG image. All those exclamations aren't making me too happy, but okay. Why it only found one rectangle? That's a puzzle to me. Let's see. And I can see why they were drawing it when they found the bounding box. Draw it there, and you can decide. 0.018. I don't know if that's like a percent. If that's, scaled. That stuff, though. Okay. Let's start here. So this was setting up some, this closure is setting up the request. So the request is, what kind of thing do you want to find and how do you want to handle it? Yeah, I should, let's see, where can I put that? I need to start a to-do. Usually I just put one up top here. Just an empty file. Well, I want a text, but okay. To do text. Rename that. Okay. Well, usually I put what we're doing. So what we're doing is we're doing a spike. Find rectangles in a single image. And then Swift format. Okay. We'll just say try it. Okay, I don't want to lose that. Okay. Okay, so in the use of this thing, this sets up something. So I'm going to start down here where it really gets, where things really happen. So you make an image request handler, you pass it a CG image, which you get from our source image, which we know we can display, so it should be finding it. I don't know why it's getting this error like that. Not good. Okay. And then you give it the options. So let's see what this thing defines. We want source image and options. No, we want CG image and options. Init CG image with options. Creates a request handler to be performed. Okay. And then the VN image options. Let's see what our options are. Strings. Okay, so let's go find documentation for this thing. I don't think I have it up here. Handler to be used for performing requests. It's really properties. All right, I guess I'm going to let those go. Okay, so we're telling the handler, here's the image I want you to look at. And I think we're getting that. And then we're saying, I'm going to have you perform a series or a list of requests. And then the request is a rectangle request. Okay, detect rectangles. And we don't have that up anymore, but it's here. Okay, so we're just taking defaults on stuff. That might be good to give it though, because we know there's sort of 3x5s. Okay, number rotation allowed, minimum size. And then we get a bunch of rectangle observations. Okay, and they just have top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, which I think is, I don't know if that's the same as the bounding rect. Let's go find that. Okay, that's up here. And this one I don't think did anything with it. CG rect. Origin and size. Now, those things. Control arrow left. There we go. Maybe I want to get these points out there too in my list of output. Okay, so we got the bounding box. Let's print the points. It's observation dot. Oh, come on. Top left. Top right, bottom. No, how's that go? I wish it would suggest. Bottom left. I know it's not correct because this should say observation dot. Is that even going to compile? Okay, go. Bounding rect. Okay. So the top left is 0.018, which seems like the same as the other, and 0.92. I mean, clearly there's some relationship, but I'm not. Okay. All right. We usually take a break. We're about 10 minutes late. I'm not sure how much it'll help, but 2 or 3 minute break, and we'll come back and see if we can get these coordinates kind of decoded a bit. I think probably what I need to do is what the other example did and draw the picture and overlay the bounding rectangle on it so we can see what the heck is being returned. I mean, if it comes back and it's highlighting a rectangle, I'll be pretty happy. I'm not sure how we get from there to the rest, but anyway, let's take that break. See you in a couple minutes. Hey, welcome back. Oski Dan says, try multiplying those coordinates by the image size. Yeah, I think that's probably what this needs. Okay. Let's see what we can get. The image. We don't really get the image. I guess we do up here. Source image.cg image must give us something. Okay, so let's see if we got source image. Let's just see if we can find anything out from source image dot size. Okay. All right, that's promising. Interestingly, we don't have the image in here, but well, we can get it. Okay. So if we let's take this bounding box. So let's see, source image dot size dot height. I wonder what that's supposed to be. I don't know why these. I guess I'm just out of practice with graphics. Bounding rect Swift. No, that's not quite. That's not what we want. Yeah, I'm sure you're onto it with this multiplying. So if you take our height times bounding rect dot size dot well, if we take it times that height, would that do it? So if the source height was 100, think min y. Okay. Okay, let's capture this. Adjusted height is that, and adjusted width is the corresponding. Okay. Type U image must be unwrapped. Yeah, fine. And I still don't know how to draw that stupid image with the right size. We had something I was going to try and I forgot it. Image dot resizable. Min y gives y closest to origin. Min y times image height gives us the coordinate of one of the corners, the closest to the origin. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I should get the XY coordinate of the bottom left or top left. I'm not sure which way my coordinate system goes. Sorry. Okay. Well, let's see what we get out of this. And then, okay, 940 by 43. All right, now let's go look at our image. Where's yacht? Okay, image, canvas size, 2378. So, I don't know, 940 going down could be here. And then 43, I mean, that's kind of plausible. If it's 2300, 250, each one of these would be that. I could kind of believe that's here. If the coordinate system is going down 950 out of 1200, that looks 3/4 ish. Okay. So maybe I gotta bite the bullet and figure out how to get this thing scaled properly. Thanks for the suggestion there. It feels like progress. Okay. Let's see. Swift UI image scaled. That's what yes, that's what we're seeing. Just resizable is all. No. Dot aspect ratio. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now, let's go back to this tutorial example. So he drew things, right? Draw an image. Face landmark regions. So he must have a little helper function for that is all. Is that's his GitHub? I don't think, no. Okay, but our example here, nope. Here, somebody did draw on self.draw faces on image with bounds. Okay. Let's see, Professor. I'm not sure I'm the person to help you with that, Oasis Hydra. Trying to master program in data science. Yeah, okay, that part makes sense. Hyperbot, make a question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my stuff there is little dibs and dabs of Python, little dibs and dabs of data stuff, but not a real data analysis person. Um, I mean, I think they would expect you to have some programming and some math background, statistics probably. If you don't have those, I'd be careful as far as going in because it seems like both those are pretty much tied into it. But other than that, I'm not sure what to tell you. Hard to find someone in that field. Yeah, I don't think I know anybody that's just like working hardcore data analysis kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I'm sure you've got statistics from that background. I just know Python is very common in that as far as programming languages. A lot of packages and stuff for that. But, okay, machine learning, deep learning. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely resources around about that stuff. I know there's like Stanford has a bunch of open access courses and things like that, and you can get a flavor for it. Yeah, Apple has their machine learning kit. I had a link somewhere. Did I close Keynote? Okay. Um, Ray Wenderlich, which does a lot of Swift stuff, they definitely have some examples with MLKit, which is machine learning. Um, and I think they're like $100 a year, but they've had a lot of stuff sort of free access, either as advertising or supporting people during the pandemic. You might be able to find some interesting stuff there. I mean, it's a cool field and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm not that person for you. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Back to this. So we got things straightened out there. I just want to say draw a bounding rectangle on top. Draw a bounding rectangle on a UI image. If someone's already solved that, that would be great. Okay. I'm trying to put a rectangle at the center to look like this. Yeah, that sounds like what we're doing. I'm doing all this hard stuff. Um, Creating a new image. Well, that's UIA kit. Draw a rectangle on image. Yields an image. So that's not terrible. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, you can achieve it easily. I always like that better. Let image equals actual image as returned. Cropped image equals image CG image cropped to image equals CG image. I don't know. That doesn't sound quite right to me, but image equals actual image. Well, this is something like what I want. Let's make a little helper function. Draw a rectangle on image. Well, why don't you give me a rectangle too? Image X, Y. That all sounds like what he was deciding. Okay. I don't want fill. Okay, I don't want fill. What did he do at first? That sounded more like what I wanted. I want to set stroke color and line width. keys here. Set a stroke color. Context is not in stroke. Well, they're doing it on the... Okay, let's try it on there. Set stroke. I don't want to fill though. I want to effect stroke. Frame. Okay, on this image, we'll scale it 0, begin a context, draw the image, set a red stroke. We don't want to fill it. Create a new image and return it. I don't know what to think. We have the image. Let's try this. Can I do this? I don't know if I'm probably screwing up the threading and stuff with this. But let's see if we can get anything going here. Apparently not. Cannot assign to property. var source image. Self is immutable. Oh, how do I do this stuff? Oh. Let's try this one. I don't think I made any drawings. Oh, a little bit of something. Yeah, do I say state for that? Let's try it. Okay, let's run it. Well, it didn't blow up right away. I don't see any drawing on top of my thing. If I close it and open it. I feel like I've got to do some accounting for threads on this. Like in here, yeah, this kind of thing. Oh, maybe I can do that. I don't think source image is the one that gets displayed though. No. Well, all right. We got face boxes. Somewhere we have drawing. Okay, draw faces, the results on image with bounds. Draw layer. Yeah, that's just not quite helpful enough. Self.draw. No, I'm just not quite there. Okay. I'm trying to replace the image with a new one. What if I said draw rectangle? I'm just going to hard code it and see if I can get it to come through. Image named on image and a rectangle that is 0.18, 0.712, 0.20, 2, 181. Expected expression list. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's pull this up. Can I just make it a free function? Draw a rectangle on image. Value optional type. Okay, so I'm theoretically Okay. I don't know if that's totally better, but so what I'm trying to do is um, set my initial rectangle with the bounds we already got from this thing and see if I get a little red rectangle drawn on something. Okay, and it looks like everything's compiling. Let's see if it works. And then we'll reflect a moment. Okay, it is not. Maybe I can change the color because that color might not be the best. Okay, I don't see a hint of green on there. All right, what I was hoping was, assuming this was the rectangle it found, I was hoping it would draw a little box around this one or whatever one it found. Um, it it may be an indication of lots of things could be wrong here because I'm not super expert at doing this stuff for sure. But that's why I'm trying to learn. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken my original image, I've tried to replace it with the image combined with a bounding box, drawing a green striped thing on it. And I don't see any result from that. So um, I'm still kind of blind as far as am I producing anything uh, with this. Okay, it's finding something because it's finding at least one square, but I would have expected it to find what is it, 11 did we say, 12, 13? It should have found more. Okay, why and what's going on we'll get better at, but we got to start anyway. So next time is Friday, what is that, 21st of January. I may be late on that one. I may have to run it like 2 to 4 p.m. instead of 1 to 3. I think I have a meeting I can't quite get out of. But at any rate, we'll pick up here. I think I'll focus just on the image side and try and figure out how I can draw something like that. Because if I can't do it without all this vision recognition stuff, then I can't do it with it. So we'll focus there next time. And hopefully we can get that drawing on there and then detect it on there and then figure out why we only get one rectangle detected. And from there, if we can get them all detected, I'm feeling really good about the project. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to catch you in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.